The rise of the manosphere. A look inside the growing world of online toxic masculinity and how young men are being radicalized by it.
You may have heard of the British-American influencer and proud misogynist Andrew Tate. His TikTok videos have been viewed 11 billion times, more than Kim Kardashian's. Or you may have heard of his arrest in Romania, where he is accused of rape and sex trafficking. He is now banned from TikTok and most other platforms, but not before he'd become familiar to 60% of boys between the ages of 6 and 15 in the UK, and 83% of those in the 13 to 15 age group. Tate offers boys lessons in how to become an alpha male, how to get a muscular body, how to become a millionaire, and how to completely dominate women, emotionally and sexually. The majority of boys reject the misogynist element, even if they may respect what he has to say on other subjects. But around 15 to 20% do not. These are the ones who are likely to be attracted to a growing online world of toxic masculinity and male supremacist attitudes known collectively as the manosphere. In recent decades, as women have become increasingly autonomous, self-sufficient, and not necessarily interested in having a relationship at all costs, a crisis in male self-confidence has been growing in parallel. That was to be expected, but as with everything else, internet forums have supercharged the phenomenon. The result is an online world in which objective reality has been turned upside down, so that some men see themselves as the victims of a society where women are dominant. A female journalist who interviewed numerous members of the manosphere described their philosophy as, "Feminism is toxic, sexism is fake, men have it harder than women, and everything the media teaches about relationships is a lie." Men being men, the principal area of this supposed victimization is sex. They feel women are denying them a supposed right to have it. According to the manosphere, women prefer alpha males who are strong, attractive, and dominant. Hence the attraction of Andrew Tate-like mentors who offer lessons in how to become an alpha, and others who suggest alternative ways to attract women. Unfortunately, the advice, "Just don't be a total idiot, guys," is not among the suggested approaches. Many try, for example, to learn the art of becoming a pickup artist, PUA, someone who can psychologically manipulate women into having sex with them. The PUA subculture exploded in 2005 with a best-selling book called The Game, in which the author described techniques to neg, or emotionally manipulate women by subtly attacking their self-confidence. The idea is that this makes women vulnerable, so theoretically easier to seduce. PUA training has become the basis of a $100 million coaching industry that basically promotes sexual harassment and borderline rape. Also of rising concern is the growing online community of incels, which is short for involuntary celibates. Celibacy is on the rise among young people of both sexes worldwide. In the case of celibate women, this is often a conscious refusal to be treated as simply a sex object. In the case of men, it's generally because they don't have that choice, hence the involuntary element. While the internet has aggravated this by making men more physically isolated and less accustomed to real-life human interactions, it has also provided them with a way to interact with each other on incel forums. Most incels are just lonely men suffering from low self-esteem. 68% of them say they suffer from long-term depression. They need help, or therapy, more than condemnation. But the problem is that incel sites also boil with hatred of women and the advocacy of rape and sexual violence. It is not uncommon to find ideas such as concentration camps for women and government-mandated girlfriends being discussed. Today, incel forums are being monitored as a terrorist threat by security services in several countries. The first public case of incel-inspired violence was in 2014, when a 22-year-old named Elliot Rodger killed 7 people in California, himself included, and injured 14 others as retribution for his celibacy. "I cannot kill every single female on Earth," he wrote in an online statement, "but I can deliver a devastating blow that will shake them all to the core of their wicked hearts." Rodger is often celebrated on incel forums as the supreme gentleman who took action for men's rights by targeting the kind of girls I've always desired but was never able to have. Since then, subsequent incel attacks have led to a total of almost 50 deaths. And, depressingly, that is nothing compared to the number of women killed every year by their partners. 1,700 in the USA in 2021 alone, for example. Frustrated virgins do not have a monopoly on toxic masculinity.